We're live.
Hello and welcome to another edition of I think it's Cross Video in London today. So we'll allow people to intro their characters. I will set the scene up. Everybody's some form or another via their elders or whatever. I've gotten information about a location, a mansion actually in central London that's kind of like a peace zone. Something like that. But we'll let people intro their characters to what's gonna happen.
Alec will take this information and find the least direct route to get there.
So Prosperity will make her way there. She has just gotten off a shift at the herb shop. So she's still wearing her tie-dye shirt and her normal work clothes. And she makes her way in very slowly to the mansion. She seems kind of not necessarily disdainful, but kind of unimpressed by the opulence of the mansion.
So Olivia walks in, doing her usual. Oh wait, will you roll 3 dice for me right quick?
Yeah, right.
Oh, don't know how to Discord.
Questo antes. Yeah.
Oh,
Lessons. Slash. Yeah. Space 3. And you can put one
oh, she doesn't fall on her face. Look at that.
Awesome.
So she walks in, actually walking in, not falling on her face for once. And kind of looking around, just like she looks over at the two of you. So why is it so big?
I guess because that's how they wanted it built. I don't know. Prosperity just kind of says very, not necessarily offhandedly. She says it more like she's not quite paying attention.
Alec is relieved that he did not misinterpret this as a personal question.
What? How could you interpret that as a personal question?
He's going to remain silent for a little while and stabilize himself by holding on to the nearest table, chair, statue. So, why here? Why not somewhere less conspicuous?
For my best guess, it's in the middle.
Prosperity just kind of looks around at the place and says, I mean, it's certainly nice. Could do with a little more green though. It's a little drab in here. Their interior designer probably needs to be fired.
I just buy this, like, I don't know. I wonder if I can get that information right quick. She starts. Nah. That seems a bit rude to do. So, maybe you should, like, put it in the suggestion box or something?
There's a suggestion box.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe we should suggest for a suggestion box.
Is there like a guest book? Maybe we could write it in the guest book.
Maybe.
Prosperity is just going to kind of drift away. She's kind of looking over everything curiously. You know, probably running her fingers over like furniture or artwork, stuff like that.
No, there's not much there. Honestly, it's newly bought. Not much furniture's been moved in.
She's still gonna go over what there is, what she can find. She's curious.
There is a big table. It looks like it's made, like, do you know those panels of wood of just like a slice of the tree?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a huge table, like, just from a slice of the tree and not, like, carved or polished or, well, it's polished, obviously, to not give people splinters, but, let's see, chairs have actually pretty comfy cushions on them, even though it's a little over dramatic velvet. Some basic artwork of scenery.
She's going to run her hand over the like artwork, and if I can get to the right Discord and look at some things. She's just kind of going to take a deep breath and slow her breathing and focus, and she's going to try and use, I believe it's mind, to try and pick up on the resonance of like the room. See if the room has any particular resonance. I believe that's mind, right, Tiger?
What?
Picking up resonances, that's mind, right?
Prime generally.
Prime, okay. So she's not gonna do that then.
Depending on the kind of resonance, you can get it with mine. It feels like a calming resonance or like an anchoring one or that sort of thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, she's not gonna do that then. So she's just kind of gonna drift back to the group slowly. It'll take her a minute. She's kind of just drifting her way around right now.
Alec is looking for books while this is occurring.
One of the people who's working there looks at you guys who are looking quite lost. Is there something you need help finding?
Prosperity's just gonna smile at them and say, "Oh no, thank you. I can find everything I need on my own."
So, your name is... And he's looking at the individual who just asked the question.
Insert random name that I never made up here. Bob. We'll go with Bob.
What's a place like this take to keep up?
Money and resources?
I mean, like, do you sweep the floors every week, or is that a once a day thing? Like, how does that shake out?
Are you just looking for a job or something?
I'm always looking for work, but I'm also genuinely curious. There's a lot of room here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's gonna be like a lot of information passed here. I'm pretty sure they're like gonna dedicate a wing to like crafting, maybe? To a blacksmith's fortune.
Interesting. I'll file that away. Thanks.
Okay. So, Ramon looks at a forge. That's interesting.
Everything is interesting to someone who needs something, is all that Prosperity says.
Are you a philosophical type?
No, I just like saying things that sound profound. And if they make you think about it, well, that's even better.
Okay.
Alec will begin stumbling around the room.
Are you drunk,
Yeah.
Alec? You seem indisposed.
It's been a long day. I started early.
Hmm. Well, I hope you weren't planning on driving anywhere.
Can't afford a car. He scratches at a bandage on his left palm.
She kind of looks at that and goes, "Did you cut yourself?"
Yeah, badly.
Does it need to be healed, or did you do it for a purpose that would just inhibit such a thing?
It'd be easier if it took care of itself. Thank you, though.
And she just nods.
Hence the alcohol. Celebratory. Good times.
Oh, once you mention alcohol, though, you like to know if you need booze, you can just ask.
I always need booze. Whether that's good for those around me is different. And he'll find a chair and plop himself into it.
Where you get booze? Probably a higher grade than you're used to, since zero resources.
Thank you.
Whoa. Politely ask for coffee.
Coffee's good. We get coffee.
Alright. So, I'm just gonna sit at the table. So I guess there's plans for this space?
Maybe.
Plans, you say?
Yeah, like an entire wing dedicated to crafting. That's
That's an invitation. That's what that is. And I'm not sure what we should answer.
invitation for what, though?
To become comfortable. When one is comfortable, one lets down their guard.
That is a very good point. Why crafting? Sorry, go ahead.
There you go.
I was just wondering why crafting.
Some people make shit in their spare time.
This is true.
Do we know who provided this location? Prosperity says while she's looking at Moon.
Let's see, I think it was, Count, or no, was that what the lady?
I think he just mentioned that he was preparing a building, but he didn't really introduce himself much.
Oh, it was one of the Fae folk.
You know, there is an old saying that you should never accept gifts given freely. I wonder if this is one of those situations.
I mean, I highly doubt it. We're going up against the 7 deadly sins. So now that I think the crafting part is probably make your weapons and don't die.
Well, I hope the don't die part is part of everyone's plan.
Certainly part of mine.
Making weapons, on the other hand, is not something that I am quite adept at.
Me either.
Maybe I should
mean-
fix that.
I started getting into making not computer stuff. It's not going very quickly.
Prosperity kind of shakes her head and says, "Sorry, what were you guys talking about? I zoned out for a minute there."
Crafting. In fact, I'd kind of like to see this new proposed crafting space. Where's the guy that was here a minute ago?
He walked over. What's up?
Is there some way we could see this proposed crafting space?
He's pretty empty right now, but sure.
But it's full of possibilities.
Hey, finger guns. But yeah, sure. Let me show you around. So
Sure.
it's pretty big and empty. Lots of shelves. You can see where they plan on putting the forge. They have several smelting stations set up already. Few blueprints.
What kind of blueprints?
Basic swords.
Okay.
Maybe you could just kind of squint at all of this.
Well, if we're going to go check this out, we might as well do it now. There's no time like the present, you know.
I mean, weapons aren't the only way to attack somebody.
No, but they
Oh,
are.
I know. Sorry.
They are one of the more fun ways.
Says you. Science is also a possibility.
I don't like to attack people. It's so uncivilized.
I'm really good at uncivilized.
Everybody's really good at uncivilized.
Prosperity shrugs and says, "Not everyone." And then she tries to punch Alec. Like she just turns and like throws like a big old haymaker that obviously has no hope of ever connecting. And she says, "See, I couldn't hit him if I tried."
Is there any blank paper in the room?
Yeah.
Alec is going to grab it and a pencil, a pen, a scribe, a highlighter, whatever there is in the room. And he's going to start taking notes on some of these some of these blueprints that he sees. This is a craft he'd like to see himself get into. It would help if he had a place to start.
Okay. I'll message you after seeing to tell you how many successes they're worth.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if our benefactors set this place up for crafting, I might come back and craft a little, provided they pay well.
I think it's more of a do it for yourself thing and not pay for thing.
Like a makerspace?
Out of character, I'm not sure what that means.
Out of character, a makerspace is a space that is set up with all manner of neat tools and equipment to help people come in and make things themselves. Most of them operate on a fee system where you join for like a month, like a membership fee, and you can come in and use any of the tools in the building to make whatever it is that you want, and then take it with you when you leave.
Yeah. Kind of like that. So, yeah, I mean, I guess you would have to ask somebody who's not me.
That's fair.
But yeah. So, what do you guys do?
I sell plants.
I do research into cybernetics.
I do whatever pays the bills. There are not many bills, to be fair, but Bart had run up rather quickly.
So,
So, Jeeves, Bob, is this
Phil's
kind of
glaring at you.
a free for all space, or
I
is there
mean,
a
I
reason?
guess. The forge is supposed to be set up in like a week.
Okay.
Heard some people are gonna bring some supplies. And
Fair enough.
yeah. Free for all, I think, is the correct word. Don't think the owner is planning on charging anybody.
Prosperity just approaches like some of the tools or something and picks them up, kind of holds them in her hands, looking them over closely.
I mean, which tools are you looking at? There's probably multiple.
Random.
Okay, it's of a medium quality tool set. Pretty generic hammer, saw, etc. Probably for metal shaping and making a handle.
She she sets the tools down and drifts back over to Olivia and Alec and says, "It is quite nice how everything is provided here. Almost too nice."
Yeah. Gifts are an economy. It worries me. They're one that's hard to track.
It makes me think that if all this is offered, that perhaps the one who offers it seeks some compensation, perhaps favors later down the line.
I mean, how we're all supposed to work together to defeat the sins or something? I don't know. Crazy idea, I know.
I mean, that's fine. We can do that. But
Every ideal is just that, an ideal.
You'd have to ask.
Ask who?
The person that bought the place.
She's just going to drift over towards the door. I don't know. I hear that the fair folk have quite a way with words. Do you know why they're called the fair folk? She looks over at Olivia.
Because they're pretty. Zarn is fairly pretty, don't you think? You look over to Alec.
that is one way of considering the origin of the term. He kind of looks back at his notes and around the room.
I am making a quick occult roll, so I'm not. So another character knows this. Yeah, 4 successes. So what she says is, they're called the fair folk so as not to attract their wrath. People were afraid of them back in the old days. Witch folk respect the fair folk, but by no means are their friends.
one was pretty chill. I think I got off my ass with them, but I don't remember much. Except them being a disco ball. I remember that.
Disco ball.
Yep.
Huh. Okay, that sounds like a story time for another time.
Not much sure I was high and the moon was a disco ball.
That's fair.
Is the world mad to someone who only knows that world? Or is it simply normal? Interesting question, I suppose.
As far as I'm concerned, every world is mad.
Weren't you the guy trying to figure out what my allegiance was?
Yeah.
Oh, you got that figured out yet?
Well, the magic stick gave me some ideas. They don't make any sense, but they're ideas nonetheless.
You could read her palms.
It's just creepy and intrusive. Reading somebody's thoughts?
I said palms, not thoughts.
Oh,
Depending on context, could also be creepy and intrusive.
yeah. I have my tea leaves read. That was really creepy, and I'm good. Don't need that again.
I don't
mean-
do tea leaves.
I could read your mind, but I wouldn't unless I asked first. I promise. And then Prosperity just smiles. It's a very serene smile. You can. She seems to be completely honest.
See, you're suspicious of everything, and then expect me to trust a face like that? Nah.
It's all good. One simply doesn't see free things and then expect them to just be for free, because there's no such thing as free in this world.
That's fair.
You guys are getting awful creepy and mystifying over here.
Yeah. So, you gonna make the sword, huh? Chill, say.
Maybe. Not really a sword person. Probably could. Learn it, I mean. It's not as easy as a hammer or a mace or a spear, but I heard the sword requires finesse, and I don't know that I have that.
I think the Fae are all about the finesse. I mean, have you seen them?
One or two.
Well, one's all about flowers, I know that. Theodore's pretty chill, dude. He just wants to grow flowers.
That is a most noble goal. And then Prosperity reaches into her handbag and pulls out like a little Ziploc bag of celery and takes one out and starts munching on it.
Did you know celery is the only plant with negative calories? It takes more effort to digest celery than the calories they provide.
I just like it because it tastes good and it helps with psychic powers when I need it.
So kind of squint.
Celery is very good for stimulating your mind.
It's also good in gumbo.
I'll stick with coffee, thanks.
Coffee, the drug that everyone uses.
Are you all those like self-righteous types? Can't.
There's nothing righteous about self. She kind of thinks from, I don't even know the word, but being arrogant. There's nothing righteous about that.
Is it arrogance if it's true? I'm asking for a friend.
Maybe it just kind of stares at you. It is still arrogance, even if it's true. I met plenty of the type.
Yes, I think arrogance is arrogance. No matter what.
That's a shame. Sometimes it feels well earned.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you guys, but I'm probably gonna head out.
Okay.
Fantastic conversation, by the way. You guys
Yeah.
are
Prosperity's just going to drift over to Olivia and just put her hand on her shoulder and say, "Good luck and good tidings until we meet again."
Tell Gruta said hi.
So who?
Never mind.
Sorry, I didn't hear you out of character.
Oh. Alex said, tell Groot I said hi.
Group. I mean, I could tell him, but I don't know if what he's gonna say to me. It's weird. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna head out, guys. Okay, go see.
All right. Bye. And Prosperity's just going to afterwards drift back and to drift back through to where Alec is and just say, "Well, that was certainly interesting."
That was strange. That's what that was.
From her standoffishness, I can only assume that she's vampire, although she wants us to trust this place, but won't trust us. It's quite interesting, her dichotomy.
See, I didn't have her pegged as a, maybe the other route.
Perhaps I could always try and read her aura next time I see her.
That's an interesting trick, I'm sure.
Just a little bit of concentration, open the metaphorical third eye, all that, that stuff,
I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in this little place. I mean, I'm attracted to the idea of an entire room devoted to crafting, but I don't know why.
It
And that bothers me.
seems, I agree. It seems to be almost like a bribe. And I don't trust when the fair folk come bearing gifts. That's never a good sign. She did get 4 successes on her occult roll, so she knows about like the standard human legends about fairies. So she's just gonna say, "Would you like to go out and get some coffee?"
I'd like that, yeah.
And she'll nod and start heading towards the door. Perhaps we can come back later, perhaps with others of the council, and investigate this place a bit more thoroughly.
That is probably for the best. I'm not really big on hanging out anywhere at this, strange for very long at a time.
Yes, it's probably a good idea. She says as she reaches the door. And yeah. So if you are good with ending there, with them going out to get coffee, then I think we can end the scene there.
That's super. We could do that.
All right.
A little bit, so.
Gotcha. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And remember, never trust free things. Stay tuned for more.